Good morning, traders. Hope you're all doing fantastic. It's a new week officially. I didn't count yesterday as part of the trading week because of all the bank holidays and Easter weekend and long weekend and so on. So I'm officially today on the charts. Yesterday, I didn't do any analysis. I just quickly looked at a few things in the evening, and yeah, that was it. So now morning, ready to have another good trading week, if the market provides, obviously. So, looking at price action and looking at the daily, overall, we are getting more better potential trades here than usual for GU. But I think we might be entering a season of some difficulty. So, the trading objective from this point when we reach for the premium imbalance over here, reacted off of it, traded towards the sell side liquidity over here, and then we reacted off of it into a premium order block on the 1 hour, and then we see the reaction coming towards the downside. So logically, my next expectation in terms of liquidity is then these lows for price to reach to, perhaps these daily lows that we have on the left here as well. Look at the weekly low over there. That is probably then for me the next objective. If we do see further continuation towards the downside, that will be then the objective for me. Just look at the daily again. Looking at current price action, usually if we're bearish, we want to get in on a retracement, grabbing buy side liquidity, and then reaching for the sell side liquidity. So just again to illustrate that if we are bearish, this is our daily time frame, we're bearish, we're looking to see any form of previous highs, sell side liquidity, buy side liquidity for price to sweep, and then to continue further towards the downside towards our sell side liquidity. So that would be your sell side liquidity. And this will be your buy side liquidity that you want to see a sweep off, and then a further continuation. And then we're looking for that 1 minute pattern shift in order flow to give us then the entry to take the shorts. So that's in general what we're looking for. That's what I'm looking for. So the same thing now applies to price action over here. We are bearish, so the high time frame is suggesting price is moving bearish. Why? Because we're seeing the reactions of bearish order flow points. So we have the imbalance over there. Then we're constantly sweeping previous highs and then dropping, sweeping previous highs, dropping, sweeping previous highs into 1 hour in order block and then dropping. So all the signs are pointing towards bearishness. We are breaking structure towards the downside. So everything is currently pointing for me towards bearishness. So with that in mind, we need to then look at the lower time frames and identify areas where we can find an entry. That's why yesterday when I posted that chart on Instagram, I showed, just take this away, showed this high and then this low. So this low being broken suggests price being bearish, and as long as price stays below this high, we are bearish. So if we start to trade above this high, then we see the shift towards bullishness. So currently we are still bearish. I marked out this intraday high that we had over here, which was created on Monday late afternoon in the New York session. So price in New York session rallied towards the upside, reacted off of some form of supply over here, and then we see the trade down. And then I had it marked up that we can either see a sweep of that high and then a continuation lower, or we will only see a retracement and then the continuation lower. So I was hoping for this retracement to happen within today's London session. So I was hoping to see price trade sideways, generate liquidity accumulation, and then sweep this high, or just make a pullback and then see the further push towards the downside. So now price already running towards the downside. So now we can't necessarily expect price to make another run. Well, we can, but it's more likely the price will just now be reaching for the sell side liquidity that we've marked over here. So now we need to identify first where is the buy side liquidity. So we'll frame trades off of price sweeping buy side liquidity and then going lower. That's just how I frame my traded ideas. If that doesn't happen, then most probably there's no trade potential happening. So we is framing price this week. We have a previous high now over there. We have this small one over here as well, which we can probably just mark out. So the expectation would then for to see price run these highs and then make a further drop towards the downside. We can just mark out uh, Frankfurt Open in the next hour. Let's see what happens when price perhaps sweeps those highs to the left, and then see the further continuations. Because now the objective is the sell side liquidity. Obviously, we can expect price to make a reversal after this. That's on the cards, and then see price running for these highs to to suggest then a shift in the order flow and for price to be moving bullish. But until the main objective now is currently price reaching the sell side liquidity that we have over here. We can look to the left. We see we swept this low, we pushed towards the upside. So this is a strong displacement towards the upside. Where did this displacement move originate? Well, the origin of that move is on the lower time frames in that week. That's where it started. So I do expect that we could perhaps only see reaction off of this area and then see the bullishness. So the other play then for me is let's drop into this area without giving a pullback. Let's first reach then for the sell side liquidity, look for an entry pattern, and then take the longs. So I am have the longs in mind as well. Why? Because also on the daily, you can see that we have been trading below this previous low. We have been showing some intent on going higher. The pullback is slower than the impulsiveness that we had in this candle. So it could be that price is just going to come back, reach orders, because we can see it on the daily. There's the sweep. Now price break structure, looking back for price to come back to the origin and then see the further continuation towards the upside. Definitely, I would recommend if you get in at the bottom over there, have a position, leave a position open, even if it's a zero point 0.1 or 1, whatever, for these highs, because then I do think we could see price really rally towards the upside for a 300 pip move if all the fundamentals does come in play and give us that boost as well. So that's currently the view from a 1 hour point of view. So let's just drop to the 15 minute and see. This is very strange. Just 15 minute wick towards the upside. Definitely, probably some, I don't know. It's around market closed, just before the new day happens, and we see price run towards the upside, coming down. Yeah, nothing really now. I would love to see, probably if we are bearish, love to see a sweep of this high and then continue down lower, or we will just be going lower, sweep this low, and then trade down into this area over here, look for a reversal, and then take the long towards the upside. So if we just have a look at what is this area, this is a very nice order block over here that has been unmitigated. You can see now we still have now the liquidity resting below above it as well. So we have the liquidity over there and imbalance there as well. So this is a very good reaction point that we can expect potentially price to react off of if we do see that happening. So this is definitely a situation scenario that I am looking at for price then to reach for all this buy side liquidity. Ultimately, these highs would be my favorite for price to reach those areas, and then this as well. This week is kind of an anomaly because it's at a market close. It's probably some sort of Asian news or something. Um, so I'm not too worried about this as a point of reference in terms of liquidity. More concerned with this high and this high over there. So I think this is also a good play that we could potentially be looking at to see if price will give us a reaction. But again, this is a situation where we can see the 15-minute order flow is bearish. Now we want to see price start a shift. We can look for the shift early on as the 1 or 5 minutes as soon as we reach this area. And then we'll start to look for that shift in that confirmation to take a long trade. So currently I'm not looking for shorts just yet. I think the shorts might have been a hit and miss. Though if we do see price coming up, so we have some liquidity over here, and if we perhaps see price run up towards this area of supply, perhaps this could be a short trade if we see a price run up to this area, and then give us some sort of confirmation that we could be looking for shorts, maybe something like this. But this would definitely need to be a first target, not necessarily the lows, just because we have such a strong zone over here. We have a strong order block over here that with the liquidity above it, the imbalance. So this does look like a very strong area. We can see this move down, sweep the liquidity below this low as well. So we can just put a tick there as it has been swept. We've reached below it. We took the liquidity. So in terms of this side's order flow, I do think that this could be a valid area where price can react off today. Let's see if price does come down into this area and then give us that entry. And so currently this is how I'm planning it, how I'm framing it. This that is generally the idea for now. So guys, I hope you all happy with that, and yeah, have a great day, and then we'll see you in the chats.